Humanities, which are the subjects? Sociology, economics, political science. Yeah, most of the Gulf students, the brightest of the brightest also require to go for interior design, because what you are seeing in Gulf, most of the people do such jobs and they earn a lot of money. They have very less regard for a scientist. They don't care teachers. They're all useless fellows in this world as far as Gulf students are concerned. Because you will see a scientist coming with the invitation of an interior decorator in Gulf, and that interior decorator will pay the transport allowance, maybe the accommodation, that is there in their brain. So scientists can be purchased by anybody, right? So this is a concept in the most of the Gulf students, very difficult to change. And what happens is, yeah, and if you are highly creative and if you are very good in competing in Gulf countries or maybe in the construction company and all, there are little demand for interior decorators. But not as a course. But if you look at who is doing this in Gulf, I know maybe 10 of them working in Gulf. None of them have done a course on interior designing. They have a taste, they have a basic caliber, they worked as contractors, they worked as some small jobs. Interior decoration is never taught up to 12th class, right? You are only imagining this is what is interior decoration. So I suggest, your name is Sonu, correct? It's a beautiful program. If you are interested, you have artistic power, you know how to draw things, you know how to imagine, you can make a, see, you need little mathematical skill, graphical skill, economics, accounting, connecting to people. If you want to run your own company, you must know, talk to people, get them on work, putting the sequence and job. So many things have to be connected and worked together. It's like a big project. You go to edX, Coursera, open programs are there. Okay, there are a lot of open schooling programs, open courses programs. MOOCs, it is called MOOCs, Massive Open Online Courses. MOOCs, MOOCs, Massive Open Online Courses, MOOC. So look at MOOC open courses available in any of these interior decoration. Find out what is the syllabus. If there is a college which is doing, look at whether it is a recognized university, not a private university, recognized university, and then look at the syllabus, look at what are they learning. Because when you go to a hotel and order for a from the menu list you are seeing something and ordering, you must know what food they are giving, what is the content of the food, then only you know the taste, right? Whichever course you want, you do it, look at it from the open programs available, understand it very carefully. Okay, few of my classmates or one of my classmates who did a BSc mathematics, then joined in railway, took PhD in packaging. Now he is a director for in Kannur. He is a director for the fashion designing college. Correct. His basic degree was mathematics, but later he got into packaging. Then he became director of a such a center where they teach so many advanced programs, because during our time it was not there. So today what is being taught in such colleges where you call it as fashion designing, NIFD, National Institute of Fashion Designing. Fine. Interior decoration is also a fashion designing. How do you design a house in high posh style? Making a shirt is also fashion designing. Making a spectacle is also fashion designing. So how do you design think? There is a specific course on design thinking. Look at design thinking. How do you do it in a computer? How good you are in computer designing, graphical designing. Now today interior designing is full graphic designing. Are you good in computer designing part?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, there are. Have you done 3D Max, Maya softwares? These are all designing software for the building, structure, interior and all that. So look at which are all the platforms which are used generally for this. How do you get yourself equipped with that? That will give you a lot of confidence. Yes, this is what I want to do. Otherwise, you can pass a degree. That is not a problem. But passing a degree will not make you a professional. And I suggest, unless it is very famous private universities, where are you planning to go? India or abroad? Do you know which is the best designing school in the world? Look at Ireland, Dublin. Yeah, what to do is do a big analysis. But if you go to Ireland, there is no residency, they will not give you. You will have to finish and then come back. If you go to Canada, there is a possibility that you can settle there, because today's rules, getting a residential visa is much more easier. Your permanency is guaranteed, and Canada is supposed to be one of the best hub for settling. So maybe Sonu should plan that maybe in 3 years, after 5 years, you are a Canadian. Got it? That's a good opportunity if you want to look at it. But then look at what is the pre-requirement they have. Whether you have a IELTS written, IELTS keep on practicing online programs, and then finish as soon as your +1 +2 exam is over. Get IELTS done. You don't have to go for a course, but take examination online. There are plenty of online examinations freely available for you. India, there is one designing school in Delhi. That is the only thing it is good. I don't think anything else is that famous. But there are some creative schools, like in Pune, I think there are one or two. See, this also can be, assume that your interest is on creative side. Uh, exhibition is a big interior job. Creating film shooting is a big interior job. Got it? There are so many things which interior itself can be made. Event management is full of interior programs, interior design. That is like a project management on different projects. No, see, generally the post-graduation specializations are not many, and it is not there because it is a grooming field. Otherwise, what generally used to happen is after graduation, you have a, see, if you have a good basic BCom, or maybe if you have a very good knowledge about, I don't know whether economics will help you or not, then maybe interior design, the project management becomes a better option. But economics is full of mathematics, right? So unless you have a very specific interest, though he said economics is interest, then that doesn't go with the interior designing part of it. Yeah, it's a too extreme end. Maybe some accounts problem will come in the interior designing because they will consider it as a full course where you need to know little bit of accounting, little bit of finance management, project management. Project management also has got computers, accounts, everything will be there. It's like Microsoft has got a project management module itself. Backward computation of event management. Event management softwares are there. You look at, Sonu can look at event management softwares. Yeah. I did some course maybe some 10-15 years back, event management softwares. No, Microsoft itself had those days. I am not very good. Now, it depends on what you want. The event management softwares, you just Google, there will be specialized softwares. Like for you have a marriage, how do you put these sequence? Marriage date is on March 14th, so when should you order flower, when should you order the bouquet, when should you order the sweet, when should you order the dress, when should you order the, it depends on location, every parameter, and then make it like a project. Similar things may be there for any event management. I am just giving an example of a marriage. Similar things can be for any event in your sequence in a software. So that is how large projects are done. So interior design, assume that your house Griha Pravesham is on so and so day. What are all the things you have to do, in which order you have to do it. It's all programmed today. So using such softwares, you must little bit you will know, oh, these are all the different small things people are looking at it. So in that finance also will come, timing will come. These are all different parameters which comes. No. First of all, IAS, IPS, all these are not courses. And today, if you look at who are the people who are going for IAS, IPS, most of them, 60% of them are from BTech and MBBS. That is not for humanities. Previously, during our time, humanities people were going closer to civil service. Because those days, the brightest people also will not opt for BTech or MBBS. Everybody does graduation because that's a nearby college what is available. Then everybody has an equal course. By the program what we run, humanities people had more orientation towards general knowledge, English language. So good general knowledge, good English language is a base for civil service. But today what is happening, most of the BTech people have a high logical thinking. Their mathematics people have got good logic. And I am a mathematician, so I can read whatever course which is done by any program in anything, I can finish in a week's time or 1 month time. Similarly, today most of the people who are into BTech or MBBS or any science subject, they also opt for civil service, and they are getting more. 60% of the civil service students are from BTech or MBBS. Okay, and that require a different. First, Sonu should decide whether you want to be a government employee in India, or do you want to settle in Canada and do good business and make a lot of money. See, when somebody says their idea is, that's what I said. The first, that is what the statement I made. First, because Suresh settled in, or you have given that opportunity for your son to be in Gulf, he has very less respect for Indian government and Indian government people. I am not talking about Sonu as an example. I have seen millions of Gulf students. Most of them don't like Indian government system, because Indian government system is very bad when compared to Gulf management, right? Therefore, definitely all the Gulf people after some time feel Indian ruling is not good, government is not good. Because nothing happens here without bribing, nothing happens here so simply, everything is not straightforward. So definitely Sonu will have less interest for any of the, it is not that Gulf students are not brilliant, but you look at Gulf students never opted for civil service. For the best students in Dubai, Abu Dhabi and all that, when they get +1, +2, humanities, science, any stream, if I give best award, I ask them what you want to be in life. They will only say interior design, contract, such jobs only, because their parents, what they are seeing, all are money making. So that has gone into Sonu. So I don't think Sonu can think about civil service. Okay, any graduate with an Indian graduation, good logical reasoning, analytical skill, mathematical ability, data analysis, English communication, gender knowledge, geography, you can write civil service at any point of time after graduation in another 10 years. Okay, only Indian graduates. So Sonu should decide whether you want to take as an option and come to India for a graduation, or Do you want to live a different life of business and Western life? Very closely, I don't suggest America because you will not get a citizenship there. You cannot get a permanent residency. You can go to Germany, but you cannot. Language will not be good. You can go to UK and Ireland, but you will have to come back. Canada, Switzerland, such places, there is an option for you to settle. Okay, so the best option could be in that the Canada or Switzerland. Australia also is fine, but Australia also no guarantee that you will get a job. Citizenship you will get only after once you complete your job, and then it's little harder than Canada. So today the easiest is Canada. Maybe Switzerland is also little fine. See, most of the abroad degrees are not recognized in India. Number one, they are recognized probably for a higher studies, but if you are looking for private jobs, yes, there is no difference either in Indian degree or an abroad degree. But most of the government jobs where graduation is a qualification, you can never apply if you are educated outside, except academics. If you are going to be a teacher, you have a PhD from Canada, definitely you can become a professor in some of the universities or colleges. But if these are all professional programs, what Sonu is expecting is a professional. That means you want to open up your own shop. You want to get into business. You want to do your job. That is different, right? So you are looking for a professional program. Don't ask this question whether I will get a government job. That's an old traditional thought. India is producing more than required number of graduates. They are not getting job. So I don't think Sonu has to add one more number there. Now, if Canada is a good option. Canada is a good option. Europe is also a good option. I'll tell you, Europe or US is a good option because most of the European and American degrees are highly rated in Gulf. If you are thinking of coming back to Gulf, Europe or any Western degree is also fine. People go to small countries also, but I don't think it gives you a great value for you to see. You must see the status of the university for graduation only if you want to go for post graduation. If you are looking for professional, you want to get knowledge, maybe any degree in Ukraine is also fine. You want to do a degree plus you want to get exposed to the international education, international connections, Italy, France. There are different places. But depends on how much they will permit you to work outside, earn little bit of money, how is the accommodation, which city you are looking for, whether that is, see, most of the Gulf students are not exposed to social life. So generally what happens is like, so I'm not talking about Sonu per se, generally boys and girls at this age, when they are sent for graduation, they are out of the house first time and they are open to a Western fashionable life. They get attracted so much because they were restricted so much in Gulf. There are all the chances for getting out of control. So many spoiled cases are also there. That happens even in Indian when they come back to India. This is very pathetic. All the Gulf people have spent their life, but the children have lost the root because they lost this socialization process. You have so much of restrictions, and once you get out of it, you become so wild, I know many people who failed. See, you can imagine somebody go to UK and then do a graduation program. Second year they fail, they will be thrown back to their own country. They will have to come to. I know somebody who came to Doha. They lost all the papers they failed. They will have to write again and then prove that they passed. Then only they can go back. There are people who are in Doha itself. They went to America, started selling opium, and then got caught. From there, getting released was another 2 crores from the parents. I knew most of the cases because many people speak to me like this, right? There are many worse cases. Maybe if I know 10 such cases, I'm sure there may be 1,000 cases happening. What I'm saying, getting adjusted because your children never suffered. No, they were all in air condition, taken care of well. Mother feeds every day, packing is done. So much like a pet. When you are thrown in the society, everything is gone. I have seen. See, now you yourself have an example, right? Yeah, that is why I did not suggest Germany, because Germany is much worse. Basically because language problem. Second one, life itself is difficult. You don't know, the pattern is different. Canada is little better because there are many Indians there. But climate is still worse. You are in the extreme hot and that is in the extreme cold, you know. See, somebody who lived 15 years in only hot season put into a freezer will become much worse. But it all depends. Each individual, if Sonu is a good boy, he knows how to handle things, it will happen good. But you have no other option. Like Doha doesn't have a good college, university, right? Yeah, this is one of the biggest problem. I don't know. I was talking to most of the Doha people to start, you know, university there and then make opportunity for all the Gulf people. Doha is little better. They have a lot of option. Whether the university name is Mahatma or not, that doesn't matter. Whether all the off-campus center from any university in India is useless. Yeah, there are some private universities like Jain University is there, Amity University is there. So many universities are there, but they are not giving such programs. Maybe some you need a good British university where, or maybe such universities, American universities, they give you extra professional programs. So this year what has happened because of COVID, many of the students from India, from international schools, they studied in Dubai or maybe in Gulf, they came to India and they completed their programs in India. They joined for Canadian bachelor program. 2 years they were doing only in India online. And very recently only they have gone for third year. So in 1 year they will get a Canadian degree. Because of COVID this has happened. Right. So many such cases are there where they did not really go to that land. So there are twin programs. There are programs where you can have half degree in India, half degree abroad. US collaborative programs are also there. But look at the university, don't look at by the advertisement, look at whether the credibility of the university. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But there are some universities. For example, in Hyderabad, there is a university called Voxan. I was there last 1 month back. They have also a program, very specialized graduation program. Right. They have a twinning program with abroad. But the course structure is so much, so large, you know. When I went to the campus and so, but faculties are not there. The biggest problem is there are no creative faculties. See, interior is such a field. Do you think somebody who can do a great business will come and teach in a college? So what will happen? You are left by yourself. So unless you have your own talent, unless you decide that I can learn, that's why I asked you to look at online programs and read, understand. Oh, this is what I have to learn. So most of the creative programs, the best creative person will not go for teaching jobs. Unless it is not a passion for him, he will not go. So you must look at what is the options available, but not like in government. Government is, yeah, they are there for long years because of experience. They keep making the product good. That means the teaching becomes little better. Private, nobody stays for more than 1 year, 2 years. They will leave the place. So you will see in 3 years many faculties coming and going. So it is more of a self-learning. But I don't think that is the case in Canada or maybe Europe, because they can always come and go. They have a contractual basis. They create a timetable for a week, but not a year. Every week they change the timetable. Based on the people coming, they will add it. It's like an add-on program. Different courses, module-wise. And you will have to study in abroad. The style is entirely different from an Indian school style. It is not like questions are given, answers are given, you have to by heart write it there. No, international education is given in schooling for that purpose only, because international schooling is a different style. They are self-learners. Most of them are running through assignments. Yeah, that's why I asked you whether you have learned Maya, because they are not part of syllabus. You must have learned how parallelly, right? And you should also write beautifully, say that, oh, this is what I have done. Some best universities will ask you to give a video. Why are you interested in this? Like, there are students from Oman, I have seen they have to make a video and send it. Many such videos. You will have to apply in 10 universities so that in 1 or 2 places you get a call back. But private universities, not of standard, they will give you admission straight away on payment. They are all money making places. Your Canadian will cost almost 1 crore, 3 years. No, but they can work. If they are ready to work, you will have to only support 50 lakhs or 70 lakhs. The rest they will work because they have got a working, time is given, not very restricted. You go to UK also is like that, almost 70 lakhs, almost to that cost it will be there. Because in some interior places in UK, accommodation is little cheaper, but not in the London. London will become more costlier. Ireland is like Northern Ireland or maybe Northern UK or Ireland may be almost the same. US is much more costlier if you go to cities. It all depends on which city you plan to go. But average expenditure, if you look at it, will be almost 1 crore in 3 years. 30 lakhs. No, over a spread of 3 years, wherever you go, almost this will be the cost. So yeah, almost 20 lakhs cost. 25 lakhs you can get in a university. But getting admission in best institute in India is also, unless it is paid, or if you are getting admission only on payment, you can imagine the value of the course is less. If it is competition, then highly skilled people will come there. Your students will be good, teachers are good, so environment is good. Your professional course will have that value. So in between is what I could guess. That is why immediately I said Canada. Right. Because they know how to earn money also there. It's not very expensive. America is highly expensive. Probably the same course in America will cost you almost 2 crores, 1.5 to 2 crores. It's not that simple. It's very strict. You have to show your caliber, and it is almost in the big cities only it will be there. Otherwise, designing, America is best. Museums are there many. And if you go to Europe also, it is almost the same. But like Germany and all may be cheaper, but language problem will be there. That's why Canada, Switzerland, maybe that is much better. Or there may be some countries like less costly, almost equal to India, but you have an international exposure, like Ukraine. Some such countries are there. I don't know whether they have your specific degree courses. That you will have to search, because they are also Europe now. See, if you go to Austria, that's also Europe. But then don't expect a permanent visa there and settlement. You will have to come out. And once you do graduation, post graduation, everything is free there. No payment at all. Your life becomes no burden to your parents are nil. They will give you number of hours which you can work. In London and all, there is a restriction. Number of hours you can work cannot be more than this. America, it is very strict. You just violate it, they will throw you out. But Canada is little leisure, right? But there are some restrictions for your age is above 18, no problem, you can work in any place. Like taxi driving is much more paid job than anything else in Canada. Then the 1 crore will become half of that, 50 lakhs you will have to pay, 50 lakhs parents have to pay. Now don't look at Sonu as a 12th class boy now. Both the mother and father should look at Sonu as an elderly person who is going to UK for study, or maybe Canada for study, and a gentleman who is getting married somebody there. I understood. That's why I'm saying you must think them as big grown-up boy. Don't take him as your pet boy, a small boy, because second one always have more become more close to the parents and then say you are my beta. That you should forget. Both the father and mother should consider, no, he is grown up, you don't require to help him. You only give him money and then send him wherever he wants. 50 lakhs, maybe the first few months only that settlement problem will be there, because from India so many students are going. It's very casual now. Why I said Ukraine? Not because I have got some attraction towards Ukraine. I know many people from Gulf has gone to Ukraine. From Pakistan they go to Ukraine. Belgium, they go to Belgium, they go to Switzerland, they go to Italy and all. There are a lot of people going. Austria, recently one of my friend's son went to Austria, Graz. Ireland is little up, Austria is little down in the Europe. Belgium is somewhere in the center. You have to search for many universities and then start looking at it. And if you have little money, and I think America is little costly, that's the only thing, and you don't get a settlement there. Otherwise, degree, if you want to come back to Gulf and work, your exposure in America will be much better. That's why I said America, UK, these degrees will be most valued in any companies in Gulf, Middle East, because most of the best companies are owned by such people only, American creative workers. The middle level is where the Asians generally handle.